My dear children, come close and listen to me. Hear the stillness that surrounds you, the hush of my presence that covers you like a soft cloak of peace. Imagine yourself in a quiet chapel at dawn, where the first beams of sunlight stream through stained glass, painting the floor with colors of heaven. Hear the distant chime of a bell, its sound echoing in the silence like a reminder of eternity. The candles flicker gently, their glow casting warm light across the room. In this sacred stillness, I am here. I am the God who made you, who loves you beyond measure, who calls you to rest in my embrace. You have come weary, carrying burdens that have weighed heavy upon your heart. You have walked through seasons where joy seemed far away, stolen by sorrow, dimmed by discouragement, overshadowed by trials. But here, in this moment, I invite you to lay it all down. Place your sadness at my feet. For I am the fountain that never runs dry, and I have a promise for you, a promise that no one can take away. I will fill your heart with joy. My dear children, I know the roads you have walked. I have seen your tears fall silently in the night, and I have felt the ache of your heart when the world seemed too heavy to bear. You have wondered if joy could ever return, if the laughter you once knew could be restored. And I tell you this with tenderness. Yes, my children, yes, it can. For I am the one who gives joy that the world cannot take away. I speak to you now, so you may be strengthened. I speak so you will remember that you are not abandoned, not forgotten, not left to wander in despair. My words are life, and my spirit is the spring of water within you that flows even in the driest places. Remain with me here, and let me pour peace into your spirit. Do not hurry away. Stay in this quiet place with me, for I long to refresh your soul. My dear children, I promised long ago, and my promise stands forever. Hear the words of my Son. So you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. This is my word from John 16:22, and it is true for you today. The world may try to strip away your peace. Circumstances may press hard against you. Darkness may whisper lies of hopelessness. But the joy I give cannot be stolen. It is planted deep within you, flowing like a spring that rises even in the barren desert. See the dry land before you, parched and cracked by the heat of life's trials. Yet out of the ground bursts forth a stream, clear and cool, overflowing with life. That stream is my spirit within you, renewing you day by day. Drink deeply, my children, for this water will never run dry. When you feel empty, I am your fullness. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When the night is long, I am the dawn that breaks through. My joy is not shallow or fleeting. It is not the laughter of a moment that fades when the winds of trouble rise. My joy is rooted in eternity, anchored in my love, sealed by my Spirit. When you choose to rest in me, you are resting in a joy that cannot be moved. I know how easily discouragement enters the heart. I know how quickly sadness can cover the soul like clouds over the sun. But just as sunlight always waits beyond the clouds, so my joy is always waiting beyond your sorrow. Do not be deceived into thinking joy is gone. It has not left you, for I dwell within you. And where I am, joy is alive. Lift your eyes to me, my dear children. See how I clothe the fields with flowers and command rivers to flow through the valleys. If I can cause life to bloom in the wilderness, will I not cause joy to rise in you again? Trust me with the soil of your heart. Trust me to water it with my Spirit. In time, you will see blossoms of joy you thought could never return. Let your heart rest now in the truth of my promises. Remember what I have spoken. The joy of the Lord is your strength. I speak this not as a distant thought, but as a living reality within you. My joy is strength that steadies your soul. My joy is peace that guards your mind. My joy is love that surrounds you in every storm. Do not measure your life by what you feel in the moment, for feelings rise and fall like the tide. Instead, anchor yourself in my truth, for I do not change. My joy does not depend on circumstance. It flows from my heart into yours, a gift sealed with eternal love. When you walk through valleys, know that I walk with you. When you sit in silence, I sit beside you. When you lift your voice in prayer, I bend close to hear. I am near to the brokenhearted, and I bind up their wounds. And in your healing, I will give you songs of joy that will rise from your heart like birds greeting the morning. My dear children, do not be afraid of the days to come. Do not be anxious about tomorrow. Each day, I will meet you with fresh mercies. Each night, I will cover you with peace. And through it all, my joy will remain in you, steady and unshaken. Let me remind you again, the joy I give you cannot be taken away. Even when storms rage, even when the ground beneath you feels uncertain, my joy is your foundation. It is the song that will never end, the light that cannot be put out, the spring that never runs dry. My dear children, I see the weariness you carry in secret places. I know the heaviness that presses against your chest, the way discouragement whispers to you in the quiet hours, telling you that joy is gone. But listen to me now. Joy is not lost, because I am with you, and I never leave you. Joy is not a fleeting spark that can be snuffed out by the winds of sorrow. Joy is a fire I myself kindle within you, a fire that no storm can extinguish. Think of a spring hidden deep beneath the ground, unseen by human eyes. Though drought may parch the land above, though the soil may crack and the plants wither, that hidden spring continues to flow. In time it bursts forth, sending water across the barren land, bringing life where there was only dryness. My joy is that spring within you, my dear children. It is steady. It is pure. It is life-giving. It does not depend on the weather of your circumstances, but on the eternal truth of who I am. When sorrow comes, you may feel that all is empty. But in those moments, if you lean into me, you will discover that joy is still there, waiting to rise again. For my Son told you plainly, your heart shall rejoice, and no man shall take your joy from you. These words are not fragile promises. They are eternal truths, spoken by the one who conquered death itself. If death could not silence his joy, then no trial you face will silence the joy I place in you. My dear children, do not confuse joy with the fleeting happiness the world offers. The world gives pleasures that pass away like mist. But my joy is deeper. It is the assurance that you are mine, the confidence that you are loved, the peace that I hold your life in my hands. It is the quiet strength that steadies you when everything around you shakes. It is the melody that plays softly in your spirit, even when the night is long. Consider how the morning sun rises each day, scattering the shadows of night. The darkness does not last forever, for I have ordained that the dawn always comes. In the same way, your sorrow will not last forever. My joy will rise in you like the morning sun, shining with warmth and light, restoring your hope, and reminding you that you are never alone. I want you to lift your eyes from your pain and fix them on me. When Peter looked at the waves, he began to sink. But when his eyes turned back to my Son, he found his footing again. So it is with you. When your gaze is fixed on the storms of life, discouragement steals your strength. But when you turn your eyes to me, you will see that I am still walking with you, still holding you, still speaking peace over your heart. My dear children, I am not blind to your tears. Every one of them I have seen, every sigh I have heard. And I tell you this, not a single tear has been wasted, for I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, who clothes my children with garments of praise instead of a spirit of heaviness. Even now, I am at work weaving your sorrow into a greater story, a story that ends with joy overflowing. You may not understand the why of your suffering. You may not see the full picture of what I am doing, but know this: I am good and I am faithful. My joy is not an escape from reality, but a strength within it. It is the anchor that keeps you steady while the waters rise. Think of a tree planted by streams of water. Though the heat of summer bears down and drought threatens the land, the tree remains green, its leaves do not wither, and it bears fruit in its season. Why? Because its roots reach into the stream. So it is with you, my dear children. Sink your roots deep into me. Drink from my word. Rest in my presence. Let my spirit flow through you, and you will find that joy remains even when the world grows dry. There will be days when discouragement feels strong. On those days, speak my promises aloud. Remind yourself that I am your Father, that I will never leave you, that I give joy no one can steal. Whisper the words of truth to your soul, for my word carries power. As you speak it, your spirit will be strengthened, and the spring of joy within you will rise. My dear children, I want you to know this: joy is not reserved for heaven alone. Yes, eternal joy awaits you in my presence, but even now, in the life you live, I offer you joy that surpasses understanding. It is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of my Spirit within you. It is the song that rises in prison cells, the peace that reigns in the midst of storms, the courage that stands firm when the world wavers. Let the enemy's lies be silenced now. He will tell you that joy is impossible, that your sadness is final, that your discouragement will always rule. But I tell you his words are false, for I have already overcome. My victory is your inheritance, and my joy is your portion. Rest in me now, my dear children. Breathe deeply of my peace. Let the weight of your discouragement fall away, and feel the living water rise within you. You are not broken beyond repair, for I am your healer. You are not abandoned in sorrow, for I am your Father. You are not left to wander dry and empty, for I am your spring of living water, overflowing with joy unending. Hold fast to this truth: the joy I give is eternal. No man, no circumstance, no darkness can take it away. It is sealed in you by my Spirit, rooted in you by my love, and flowing in you forevermore. And as you walk forward, carry this joy as light in a dark world. Let it shine in your words, in your actions, in your heart, that others may see and know that I am with you. My dear children, lift up your head, for I am your joy. Smile again, for I am your strength. Sing again, for I am your song. Rejoice, for I am your Father, and my promise of joy is yours, now and always. My dear children, come closer still, and hear my voice. I know the weight that lingers on your spirit, the weariness that settles on your shoulders, the quiet sighs you breathe when no one else sees. Yet I speak to you with tenderness. You are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, and you are not left in the wilderness without hope. For where there seems to be barrenness, I am the one who makes streams flow in the desert. Where there seems to be only silence, I sing songs of joy over you. Where discouragement tries to choke the life out of your heart, I breathe new life, fresh and full, restoring what the enemy sought to steal. Picture the dry land, cracked and empty beneath the relentless sun. The ground is thirsty, longing for rain, waiting for relief. Suddenly, from beneath the earth, water begins to rise. At first a trickle, then a flow, then a river that cannot be contained. Grass turns green, flowers bloom, and life fills the land again. My dear children, this is the picture of my joy in you. Though you may feel dry, though sorrow may weigh upon you like a desert heat, I cause joy to spring up within you. Not just a little, but overflowing, abundant, a river of gladness that cannot be stopped. Let your heart believe this truth. Joy is not gone from you. It is hidden in me, and I am always near. I am the source, the unending fountain. And when you turn your face toward me, when you draw near in trust and rest, you will drink again of that living water. You will taste again the sweetness of my joy. My dear children, you may think joy belongs only to those whose lives are easy, whose paths are smooth, whose burdens are light. But hear me clearly. Joy is not reserved for those untouched by trouble. Joy shines brightest in the valley, because it is born of my presence, not of circumstances. The early church sang hymns in prison cells, not because chains were pleasant, but because my spirit filled them with a joy that could not be silenced. My prophets spoke hope even when surrounded by despair, not because life was comfortable, but because they trusted in me, their unfailing God. And so it is with you. Your joy does not need a perfect life, it only needs a perfect God. And I am He. Do not measure my joy by the shifting scale of this world. The world will tell you joy is found in possessions, in achievements, in recognition. But these are temporary, shadows that vanish when the light changes. My joy is eternal, rooted in the truth that you are mine. You are my beloved, my chosen, my redeemed. And because of this, joy belongs to you as an unshakable inheritance. I want you to see joy not as a fragile thing to be protected, but as a fortress to stand within. My joy guards your heart, protects your mind, strengthens your spirit. When discouragement comes like an intruder, joy rises as a shield. When sadness seeks to flood your soul, joy holds you above the waves. This is why I have said, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." It is more than a feeling. It is a power, a foundation, a gift that sustains you. My dear children, think of the sunrise. Every morning it breaks across the horizon, scattering the shadows of night. You do not cause the sun to rise. It comes because I have ordered it so. In the same way, joy will rise again in you because I have promised it. You may walk through nights of sorrow, but morning always comes. You may pass through valleys of discouragement, but the mountaintop is ahead. You may feel empty, but my spirit within you is full, ready to overflow with peace and gladness. Lift your eyes from the ground of despair and look up to the heavens. See how I have set the stars in place, how I command the seas, how I call each flower to bloom. If I care for all these, how much more do I care for you? If I clothe the lilies and feed the sparrows, how much more will I fill you with my joy? Trust me, for I am faithful. Let your heart be still for a moment. Breathe in the quiet assurance that I am here. Feel the weight lift as my presence surrounds you. Hear my whisper. You are loved. You are safe. You are held. This is joy, my dear children. Not just laughter or smiles, but the deep knowing that you are never alone, that my hand is upon you, that my heart beats with love for you. In your darkest nights, I am the lamp that shines. In your heaviest burdens, I am the strength beneath you. In your quiet despair, I am the voice of hope that says, "You are mine, and I will never let you go." And in all these, my joy flows, a steady current beneath the surface of your soul. Do not fear the future, for I go before you. Do not dwell on the past, for I have redeemed it. Do not let the present overwhelm you, for I am with you in this very moment. My joy is enough for today, and tomorrow, and forever. My dear children, I call you to walk in this joy. Let it color the way you see the world. Let it soften your words, brighten your countenance, guide your steps. Let others see in you a reflection of my joy, so they too may thirst for the living water. Be rivers of joy in a thirsty land, for I have poured into you not to keep for yourself, but to share with a world longing for hope. Remember this always. The joy I give is eternal. It is not bound by time, not chained by sorrow, not shaken by trials. It is the joy of heaven planted within you, a foretaste of eternity, a promise sealed by my Spirit. And one day, when you stand before me face to face, your joy will be complete, overflowing beyond measure, never ending. Until that day, let my joy be your song, your strength, your unshakable foundation. So rise, my dear children, and walk forward in joy. Carry it with you through every valley, every trial, every season. For I am your Father, I am your God, and I am your joy forevermore. My dear children, I want you to understand how precious my promise is. Joy is not a fleeting gift that comes and goes with your circumstances. It is a covenant I have made with you, sealed in the blood of my Son, and it rests securely in my hands. When he said to his disciples, "Your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you," he was speaking not only to them but to you as well. This joy is your inheritance, unshakable, unmovable, and eternal. Think of a mighty river. At its source, high in the mountains, the water bursts forth pure and unstoppable. Along its journey, rocks may try to block its way, but the river finds a path around them, over them, through them. Nothing can truly stop its flow. My joy in you is that river. Discouragement may try to dam it up, Sadness may attempt to dry it, but still, my spirit moves, carving pathways for joy to reach your heart. You may not always feel the rushing current, but beneath the surface it flows steadily, waiting to rise again. My dear children, do not let the enemy convince you that your sadness disqualifies you. Even in your tears, my joy is present. Even in your mourning, my joy is near. For joy and sorrow are not enemies. They often walk together. Your tears water the soil from which my joy blossoms. Your mourning prepares the way for comfort. Remember the words I gave you. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. This is not a distant hope, but a living promise. I know how easily the heart grows weary. I know how the shadows of discouragement creep in, whispering that nothing will change, that the weight will always remain. But my dear children, listen closely. The shadows are not stronger than the light. A single candle in the darkness drives the shadows away. And I am not a small flame. I am the light of the world. My joy is the radiance that scatters every shadow. Let your heart imagine this. A storm clouds the sky, thunder rolls, lightning flashes, rain pours down. For a time, the world feels dark, gray, heavy. But then, the storm passes, the clouds part, and the sun bursts forth in brilliance. A rainbow stretches across the sky, a sign of promise and beauty after the storm. This is what I do for you. I do not always remove the storm instantly, but I promise that my joy will shine through. I promise that after sorrow comes rejoicing, after heaviness comes dancing, after tears comes laughter renewed. My dear children, trust in my timing. Joy often grows in quiet, hidden ways before it bursts forth, just as seeds planted in the earth are unseen for a season, yet push through the soil to bloom in their appointed time. So my joy is planted deep within you. You may not see it right now, you may not feel it, but it is there, and in due season it will rise, uncontainable, undeniable. Anchor yourselves in my word. Let my promises be your song in the night. Speak them when your heart feels heavy. Sing them when discouragement surrounds you. For my word is life, and my truth awakens joy within you. When you declare that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, you remind your soul of provision and care. When you whisper, "The joy of the Lord is my strength," you arm your spirit against despair. My word is the key that opens the floodgates of joy. I invite you, my dear children, to lay aside the burdens you cannot carry. Release to me the disappointments, the regrets, the discouragements that steal your peace. For you were never meant to bear them alone. When you give them to me, you make room for joy to flow again. You open your hands so I may place new blessings, new strength, new hope into them. Think also of the vine and the branches. My son told you, if you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Joy is one of those fruits, born not of your own striving, but of your abiding in me. Stay close to my heart, rest in my presence, draw life from my spirit, and joy will grow naturally, like grapes ripening in the sun. My dear children, remember this. Joy is not a denial of pain. It is not pretending everything is fine when it is not. Joy is the confidence that even in pain I am with you. Even in loss, I am your comfort. Even in trials, I am your strength. Joy does not erase suffering. It transforms it, giving you eyes to see beyond the present moment into the eternal reality of my love. Do not despise the small beginnings of joy. A faint smile, a small laugh, a glimmer of hope. These are the first drops of rain that signal the downpour to come. Rejoice in them, and you will see them multiply. For I delight to turn little sparks into roaring flames, and faint whispers into songs of praise. My dear children, walk with confidence, knowing that joy is your portion. When you awake in the morning, greet the day with thanksgiving, for gratitude opens the door to joy. When you walk through the day, look for my hand at work in small things, for joy is often hidden in details overlooked. When you lay your head at night, rest in peace, knowing that I surround you, and my joy watches over you like a gentle guardian until the morning comes. Carry this truth in your heart. Joy is not just for today, but for eternity. One day, every tear will be wiped away, every sorrow healed, every discouragement silenced. You will stand in my presence, and joy will overflow beyond what you can imagine. Until that day, my Spirit gives you a taste of heaven's joy here on earth. Hold on to it, walk in it, and share it with others. For the world is thirsty, my dear children. Many walk in deserts of despair, longing for water. Let them see in you the streams of joy I have given. Let them drink from the overflow of your life, that they too may know me, the fountain of living water. Shine brightly, rejoice openly, love deeply, for this is how my joy multiplies in the earth. My dear children, lean in and hear me well. Joy is not a prize at the end of your striving. It is the gift I place in your hands, even now. Too often you imagine joy is far away, waiting for circumstances to change, waiting for wounds to heal, waiting for storms to pass. But I tell you, joy is near, because I am near. My joy does not wait until everything looks perfect. It springs forth even in the middle of trials, like wildflowers blooming between the stones. Picture a valley, shadowed and steep. You feel small as you walk it, surrounded by mountains that block the light. Yet as you walk, you hear the sound of water. You look, and there, running through the valley floor, a clear stream glimmers in the dimness. Though the path feels heavy, the stream is there, flowing, refreshing, alive. My dear children, this is my joy in the midst of your valleys. It flows alongside you whether you notice it or not, a constant reminder that you are never abandoned. I know how fragile you sometimes feel. I know the discouragement that presses you down like a weight too heavy to bear. I see the way sadness creeps like fog, dimming your vision, dulling your heart. Yet I say to you, lift your eyes above the fog. See how the sun still shines above the clouds. My joy is the sun that never sets, the light that is never dimmed. Even when clouds hide it for a moment, it is still there, still strong, still warming your life. Do not despise the days of small joy, for they are seeds. A whispered prayer, a gentle smile, the kindness of a friend, these are signs that my Spirit is stirring within you. Cherish them, water them with gratitude, and they will grow. For my joy multiplies when you give thanks. Thanksgiving is the soil where joy takes root and flourishes. My dear children, listen. Joy is not shallow laughter that disappears when pain comes. My joy is deep, eternal, anchored in love. It is not based on what you have or do not have, on what you see or do not see. It is based on me, the one who never changes. As long as I live, and I live forever, your joy has a source that will not run dry. Think of a well in an ancient village. Travelers weary from the desert come, dusty and thirsty, to draw water. No matter how many drink, the well continues to give. I am that well. You may come again and again, and my joy will never be exhausted. Even if you drink daily, even if you come weary 1,000 times, my well is still full. Drink deeply, my children, for I am your everlasting supply. I also want you to remember this. Joy is strength. When you feel weak, when your spirit feels faint, draw from my joy, and you will find yourself renewed. Think of the eagle who soars high above the earth. It does not flap endlessly in exhaustion, but spreads its wings and rides the currents of the wind. So it is with you. My joy is the current that lifts you higher, carrying you when your strength fails. Do not be afraid to rejoice, even in hardship. The world may look at you and not understand. They may question how joy could exist in pain, but your joy will become a testimony, a light that points to me. Others will see your strength, your peace, your radiant spirit, and they will ask why. And then you may tell them of me, the source of joy that cannot be stolen. My dear children, let your soul remember how I have carried you in the past. Recall the moments when you thought you could not go on, yet you did. Recall the burdens you thought would crush you, yet I lifted them. Recall the nights you thought would never end, yet morning came. If I was faithful then, I am faithful now. Let those memories be stones of remembrance, markers that testify to my goodness. Each remembrance is fuel for joy. I tell you this, even your trials are shaping joy within you. For my Spirit works all things for your good. The pain you endure will one day become the place of your testimony. The tears you shed will water the ground of future rejoicing. The nights you endure will make the dawn even brighter. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Even discouragement, when surrendered to me, becomes the soil where joy takes root. Think of the shepherd who tends his flock. When one sheep wanders, he leaves the 99 to find it, and when he does, he rejoices, lifting it onto his shoulders with gladness. My dear children, I am that shepherd. When you wander into sadness, I come searching. When you stumble in discouragement, I lift you up. And when I carry you back to safety, my joy is not only restored in you, but my own heart rejoices. I delight in your return, for you are precious to me. Let your heart rest in this truth. I am not distant or indifferent. I am near, closer than the breath in your lungs, closer than the beat of your heart, and my nearness is joy. If you truly believe that I am with you, if you truly rest in my presence, joy cannot help but rise. My dear children, sing to me even when you do not feel like singing. Whisper songs of trust even when your heart feels heavy, for praise unlocks joy. When you choose to worship in the valley, the heavens open, and my Spirit pours out gladness upon you. Chains are broken, darkness flees, and joy fills the room. Do not wait for joy to come before you praise. Praise and joy will follow. And finally, Know this: joy is eternal because it flows from me. One day all sorrow will end and joy will be complete. But until that day, I give you a foretaste of heaven, a joy that sustains you here and now. Carry it like a lantern in the night, bright and unwavering, guiding your steps until the dawn of eternity. So walk in it, my dear children. Let your heart be light, your spirit be lifted, your face shine with gladness. For I, your Father, am with you, and my joy is your, always, forever, without end. My dear children, as this time together draws to its close, I do not want you to leave with only words ringing in your ears. I want you to carry my presence with you, like a fragrance that lingers in a quiet room, like the glow of the morning sun that continues to warm long after dawn has broken. For I have spoken to your heart, and my words are life. I have reminded you of my promise of joy, a joy no one can take from you, and I desire that you walk in it now and forevermore. You have listened to me here in the stillness, and I have seen you. I have watched as your spirit softened in my presence, as your soul leaned into my voice. I have felt the heaviness you brought with you, and I have poured peace into your heart. Remember this, my dear children. Whenever you come near to me, I draw near to you. Whenever you turn your face toward me, my light shines upon you, scattering the shadows. Let this truth sink deeply into your spirit. My joy is not fragile. My peace is not temporary. My love is not conditional. What I give to you, I give with eternity in mind. As the mountains stand firm and the oceans obey my command, so my promises remain unshaken. My dear children, I have spoken, and it will be so. Your sorrow may last for a night, but joy will come in the morning. See now the image I place before you. A storm has passed. The sky begins to clear, and light breaks through the clouds. The air feels fresh, washed clean by the rain. The ground, once dry and cracked, is soft again, ready for seeds to grow. And in the distance, a rainbow stretches wide, a reminder of covenant and promise. My joy is like this after your storms. It does not deny that the storm was real, but it shows you that storms cannot last forever. My hand always brings calm. My dear children, when you walk away from this moment, do not think of joy as something you must grasp for fear it will slip away. Joy is not fragile glass. Joy is a living river, flowing from me to you, steady, unending. Walk with open hands, ready to receive, and you will find that I supply again and again. As you face your tomorrows, I want you to rest in this blessing. My peace will guard your heart. My presence will surround you. My spirit will whisper to you in the quiet places. When you feel weak, my strength will carry you. When you feel discouraged, my word will lift you. When you feel alone, my arms will hold you. And in every season, my joy will be your song. Take courage, my dear children. The world may press upon you, but you are not crushed. Trials may come, but you are not abandoned. Darkness may try to cover you, but my light is greater. Hear the words I spoke through my servant Isaiah. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Let this promise be a vision in your heart. Creation itself rejoices in my glory, and so shall you. Do not be afraid to hope again. Hope is not wasted when it is placed in me. Lift your eyes above the noise of the world and see my face shining upon you. Rest in the assurance that I, your Father, am faithful. Just as surely as the dawn follows the night, so joy will follow your sorrow. Just as rivers carve paths through stone, so my Spirit makes a way for joy through even the hardest places in your life. And now, my dear children, I want you to feel my blessing as if my hands rest gently upon your head, as if my arms enfold you with warmth and safety. Peace, be still within you. Joy, rise again in your soul. Hope, blossom anew like springtime after winter. Love, surround and embrace you. You are mine, and I am yours, forever and always. Carry this blessing into your homes, your families, your work, your days and nights. When discouragement whispers, let my promise speak louder. When sadness lingers, let my joy break through. When fear rises, let my love cast it out. For you are not walking alone, you walk with me. My dear children, linger in this truth. Your life is hidden with Christ in me, and nothing can separate you from my love. Neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither present nor future nor anything else in all creation will ever be able to separate you from my love in Christ Jesus. In this love, your joy is secure. In this love, your hope is unshakable. In this love, your peace is everlasting. Let the calm of my Spirit rest upon you now, like the gentle stillness of a lake at dawn, smooth and quiet, reflecting the heavens above. Let my voice echo in your soul, reminding you again and again, you are loved, you are chosen, you are mine. And as you go, let this be your practice. Return to this place of stillness often. Do not wait until your soul feels empty. Come daily, even in small moments, and drink deeply from my presence, for I am the spring that never runs dry. The more you come, the more you will know the truth of my joy. My dear children, you are my light bearers in a weary world. As I pour joy into you, let it spill over to others. Smile at the weary, speak kindly to the broken, carry hope to those who feel forgotten. In this way, my joy will not only fill you, but it will ripple outward, touching hearts far beyond what you can see. Now, beloved ones, I bless you. May my joy be the strength beneath your steps. May my peace be the guard around your heart. May my love be the banner over your life. And may you shine as lights in the darkness, carrying my presence wherever you go. And finally, my dear children, as you finish this time, I gently invite you to share what you have received. If these words have touched you, let others know. Leave your reflections. Speak words of encouragement. Share the light you have found here. And if you desire to hear my voice again in future times, remain connected, for I will keep speaking, I will keep guiding, I will keep pouring joy into your life. In this way, you do not only receive for yourself, but help carry my message of love to many more hearts in need. Go now in peace, my dear children. Walk in joy, live in hope, rest in my embrace. For I am your Father, and I am with you always, even to the end of the age.